In today's video, I want to discuss alcohol, the fourth macronutrient. How do we track it and how do we keep it in our diet and still reach our goals? Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Revelia from ProPhysique.com, and I want to discuss a topic today, and that is how to track alcohol into your macronutrients and continue to make progress towards your goals. I want to discuss a few things. First, this Saturday, November 5th at USF, I am hosting a bodybuilding show. I do it every year, so this is going to be the fourth year that it's happened. It is the OCB, Florida West Coast Classic. And it is a WNBF Pro Qualifier this year. So if you're in the Tampa area or anywhere thereabouts, go to tampanatural.com, check out my site, and come to our show and enjoy the atmosphere. It is beautiful in Florida. Once again, I'm in my garage. It's probably like 80 degrees, very low humidity. It's gonna be an awesome day on Saturday. Another thing, I think I'm going to do No Shave November. The issue is, now that I'm 41, yes, 41, is that there's a lot of white in here. So I'm gonna do No Shave November. And I think by Nationals, which is about 3 weeks away, NPC Nationals, if you're gonna be there, I'll have some serious scruffage going on into Thanksgiving, and then we'll see what it looks like come December. I may keep it through the end of the year, maybe clean it up, we'll see. We'll discuss that. But for now, the topic at hand. How do I fit this into my macronutrient goals? A lot of confusion. It's a common question I get, not only from clients, but it gets asked around the interwebs quite a bit, and I see it posted, and so I just figured I'd do one video to address my thoughts on alcohol. Alcohol has a different caloric value than the other three macronutrients, being protein, carbs, and fats, right? So protein and carbs are roughly 4 calories per gram. Fat is roughly 9 calories per gram. Alcohol is actually 7 calories per gram. So if you're interested in fitting alcohol into your daily goals, this is how I would approach it. Take the caloric value of the beverage you're gonna consume. So a lot of us will see commercials on television for a beer and it'll say 2.6 grams of carbs. That's wonderful, but there's also other calories that are in that beer. Alcohol, for example, has those 7 calories per gram. So what you wanna do is, instead of looking at the 2.6 grams of carbs for the beer, look at the total calories for the beer. For the simple fact that I'm not great at math, let's just take 100 calories and assume that every beverage we're gonna consume is 100 calories. Now, what we can do is we can take carbs and or fats out of the equation based on how many calories. So a simple one would be, if you have a 100 calorie drink, you can subtract 25 grams of carbs from your daily total, and there you will still stay on track. Now, how much alcohol is too much? Well, this is a very personal decision. You know, how much you guys want to drink and how much you enjoy drinking. Alcohol does impair muscle protein synthesis. So you want to use it wisely. You want to use it for social occasions. It depends on what your goals are. If your goal is just to be an overall fit and healthy person, certainly fitting some drinks into your lifestyle is not going to impair you. If your goal is to be a world champion pro natural bodybuilder, should you be trying to fit alcohol into your daily regimen leading up to contest? That is an absolute no. So once again, it's all about perspective. I can't give you the black and white yes or no answer. The most important thing is that you're just aware of what you're consuming. The other issue that alcohol has, as many of us know and many of us use to our benefit, is that it lowers inhibitions. Everyone knows when you drink, you have a little more fun, you make some decisions you might not otherwise make. Part of the brain shuts off that tells you no. So the one issue I concern myself with clients is if they have 2, 3, 4 drinks and they get that buzz going, is that going to lead to a 2:30 in the morning IHOP, Denny's, late night food session that's gonna throw your calories way off for the day? Maybe, maybe not. But that is the real concern. Fitting a couple alcoholic beverages, a glass of wine, a shot of tequila, a couple beers, will not be an issue. Now, I spent some time with Eric Helms this year, and we discussed this topic at length, and Eric actually had a nice philosophy he used, which was to not go over 15% of your total daily calorie expenditure for alcohol. He stated clearly to me that this was no scientific reason, it was just a nice number that still allowed you to get your protein, your carbs, your fats in for the day, fit in some alcohol, and still stay on your merry way with goals. So I really like Eric's point of view on this. I think for most of us, myself included, when I go out and I have a drink to be social, to get, that social buzz on, that social lubricant going, I just need 1, 2, maybe 3 drinks. The fact that I don't drink very often means I am impacted quite easily by alcohol, despite the fact that I'm 220 pounds. So that's an easy issue for me. I just have a couple drinks and I go on my merry way. Now, as an example, let's say somebody has a 2,000 calorie diet. What would 15% of your daily total calories look like? Well, that would be 300 calories, okay? So at 300 calories, you could have 3 100-calorie adult beverages, meaning each one of those drinks would have roughly 100 calories. That would be 75 grams of carbs total that you could subtract. You could also, if you want to be tricky with the math, you could use fat. Fat is 9 calories per gram. So if you wanted to use fat calories, you could use 11 grams of fat would be roughly 99 calories, almost the same as 25 grams of carbs. So you can mix and match your carbs and fats. I wouldn't reduce your protein intake on these days. If you're only worried about your daily calorie goal, that would be an option as well. Hopefully this has been helpful to help you understand just how you can include alcohol into your life and still reach your fitness goals. I know a lot of fear and trepidation enters a person's mind when they think they're going to enter into a weight loss or a diet, and they think to themselves they have to remove entire food groups, they can't eat carbs, they can't eat fat, they can't drink alcohol for the next 12 weeks to reach their goal. Well, let me tell you, if you do that, if you completely change your lifestyle to reach your goal and then you reach your goal, if you go back to your old lifestyle, you're gonna put the weight on and possibly more. So I highly, highly, highly recommend that you look at doing things that you enjoy. Now, just because it's not optimal, just because it's not the most perfect way you can do something, the best way to do it is still the way that's the longest and most sustainable. If you can learn to track your diet, include foods that you enjoy, include some alcohol, and be consistent for the long term, you're gonna be able to maintain your progress, okay? Don't set unrealistic expectations for yourself. Don't tell yourself you're not going to have a drink or you're not going to eat something that you love, because in the end, when you reach that goal, your mind is going to switch and say, I reached my goal, my reward is now I get to go drink every day, I get to go eat whatever I want, and you're going to be in a worse place than you were when you started, and you're gonna start looking for answers again. So, that said, have a great Thursday afternoon. For those of you that are baseball fans, I hope you enjoyed the Cubs game and the Indians game last night. It was probably one of the best baseball games I've ever watched for a few reasons. I watched it with 2 very big Cubs fans, my friend Colin and Lane, and I have to tell you, those 2 were biting nails, freaking out, falling on the floor the entire game, while I was simply enjoying the fact that it was a close World Series game, that there was a 2-run homer to tie the game in the 8th inning, that it went to extra innings, that there was a rain delay. Meanwhile, these 2 were freaking out. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the World Series, and congratulations to the Cubs. That was awesome to watch. I'm a big baseball fan. For those that don't know, I grew up playing baseball. It is Thursday. My show is this Saturday, which means a couple of my friends show up today. 2 of my favorite people in the world, Matt Liller and Ron Parmeter. So we're gonna get some bro sessions. We're gonna eat at IHOP. We're just gonna do that thing where guys get together, lift weights, eat a lot of food, and talk about life. And we're all family men, and we just love the sport of natural bodybuilding, and they are natural pros, and they are going to be judges at my show. So again, Saturday, be there or be square. Tonight is the Tampa Bay Bucks game. I got us a group pack of tickets, so we're all going. So if anyone's in the Tampa area and they're gonna be at the Bucks game tonight, look for us in the end zone by the big pirate ship. Anyway, guys, Thursday, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and a great weekend coming up. And if you're gonna fit some alcohol into your diet, it's not a problem. All right, guys, talk to you soon.